The only person that his house is on fire and he is busy chasing rats is President Tinubu. Guys, watch this video. I'll be back.
On how to govern with complete disregard. That memo seems to be kept in one of the drawers in Aso Rock. Kept there, maybe by previous administrations, but then more chapters were added to that memo by former President Buhari. That same memo seems to have been pulled out of one of these Aso Rock drawers and is now in use by the current president. It's the only explanation that I have to understand the meaning of a work stay. Because can anyone in Aso Rock help Nigerians understand better the actual meaning of a work stay? How does the president of a country just randomly get on his presidential jet and go to another country without any clear reason or explanation, without any stated diplomatic intentions or anything that sounds like it? Just travel out of his own country and go spend as many days as he chooses in a different country. Keep in mind that while Mr. President is on this mysterious work stay, 20 Nigerian medical students have been kidnapped and are still reportedly held in the custody of their captors. While Mr. President is on this work stay all the way in France, Nigerians are fighting for their lives back at home with the highest levels of inflation, petrol scarcity that is getting into its second week, the same levels of unemployment and poverty that his predecessor left, complete uncertainty as to where the country is headed, amongst many other issues, while Mr. President got on his shiny new jet and is on a work stay in France. It's a seeming complete disregard for the urgency with which to address Nigeria's pressing issues. And again, I ask, what exactly is a work stay? Many Nigerians, of course, are asking the same question this morning. Is it common for presidents to choose to work remotely from anywhere in the world? I understand that we're in the age of hybrid work, but does that also apply to presidents? Do we have other presidents from other countries across the world routinely visiting Nigeria and working from Lagos or Abuja or Ibadan or Enugu, anywhere? What exactly is a work stay while Nigerians are in captivity? While ASU is again threatening a nationwide strike, the Nigerian president can't just jet off on the presidential jet, which of course is funded by Nigeria's taxpayers' money, without a reasonable explanation for the trip. And if he does, it shows a complete disregard for any sort of accountability to the Nigerian people, to Nigerian funds, Nigeria's money, and also high insensitivity to the times in Nigeria today. Keep in mind that the circumstances surrounding the purchase of this jet are still being discussed, but the jet, of course, has been used to fly Mr. President for this work stay in France. Mr. President landed in France yesterday, and there are no clips or pictures of him being received by the French government or the French president. So just like former President Buhari back then, he would just randomly jet away to the United Kingdom for medical trips or unexplained holidays. We once again seem to have the exact same format being used with our current president. So basically nothing has changed. And so to the president's handlers and those putting out statements on his social media pages, can we please remind Mr. President that there are currently 20 medical students in captivity? I know it's not necessarily his responsibility to jump into the forest or wherever they are being held and rescue them himself. I understand that. But can he be reminded that these are Nigerian citizens? Can he also be reminded that Nigerians are being degraded at petrol queues every day trying to buy petrol in their vehicles? Inflation is still above 30%. Nigeria still has the highest number of poor people in the world. ASU is threatening strike if he hasn't heard. There's been no significant change in the realities of the people that he ran for elections to serve. And the common view across the country is that it is insensitive for Mr. President to be on a work stay again, all the way in France, while Nigerians are begging for some sign of hope. Good morning, Nigeria.
Guys, you've heard it, right? What is Nigeria even asking from this president? What is Nigeria even asking from this administration? They are not asking for too much. They are only asking for enabling environment. People are literally suffering and smiling. In fact, no more joy again. This one is no longer suffering and smiling. Look at 20 medical students abducted and the president has jet off to France, to a well-developed country? How many of these their counterpart, all these people that they are visiting in UK, France, are even coming to Nigeria to do a work stay or whatever they call it? How can a president who is supposed to portray himself as a father figure to the people of Nigeria be treating Nigeria with this wickedness and impunity? Every day we hear all sorts of bad news, and these people don't even care. We can go to hell for all they care. They will be telling Nigerians to take a baby step of pain that is only a matter of time. Till when? And people are asking questions, when are we heading to? When will all those things stop? People are buying a liter of fuel, 1,000 naira, in an oil producing country. There is no way that this country have rested for the past 1 year of President Tinubu's administration. Everywhere catastrophe, everywhere trouble, left, right, and center. Is it the hospital bill? Is it the house rent? Is it school fees? Where have these governments benefited the people? What type of wicked policy is this? Is this not the president that said, let the poor breathe? He did not only, but now he is the one suffocating the poor. Not only is he suffocating the poor, he still the press neck join. People cannot rest. Everybody is crying. There is no amount of money. Even if they are paying you 200,000 naira as a salary, you can't even get by with 200,000 naira. Let alone some of us that is collecting 30,000 naira. What are we going to do? What is the fate of a common man? Crime is on the high rate. Things are happening, and this government don't even care. How can we continue like this as a country? How can we function like this as a country? Nigeria, the giant of Africa, and we have now become an ant of Africa. And when people talk, some people will say it is their turn. Some people who are being tribalistic will say that it is their turn. Nigeria cannot continue like this. Nigeria must not suffer like this. We have not committed any crime by becoming a Nigeria. We have all it takes to live comfortable in this country. But our leaders don't care about us. They don't care about what a common Nigerian is going through. All they care is about their pocket. All they care is about themselves, their children, and even their children's children. You are telling people to exercise patience, yet you are spending the taxpayers' money anyhow you deem fit, you and your ministers and your senators. And you are just treating people as if we are nobody in this country. Just know that no matter how you think you can accumulate wealth, it will only end here on earth. And one day, you people will give account of how you've treated us Nigerians. Guys, I will see you in my next video. Thank you.